Are y'all serious? Oh my gosh. No, she got a poltergeist, bro. Hello? Somebody told me to react to another Nukes Top 5 video, so we're doing another Nukes Top 5 video. Make sure to drop a like, and if you see anything crazy in this video, make sure to comment down below so we can talk about it. Because y'all know how Nukes gets. This is, you know how I get. I don't know what to expect today.
Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her 2 sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her out.
There's like little mosquitoes.
Who is that?
What?
Is she real?
What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I can't hear you.
Is that a real? Yeah, I think that's
You gotta keep that open so you get all musty.
You can't tell me it's not good.
Bro. So they saying that lady
Heather
like this a
whispers,
ghost and she real?
"She scares me,"
She's
to
real.
her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see.
Okay, all right. So she's not real. So we just all seeing this same creature. Like, you see what I mean, Nukes?
The bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s.
And she got the flip-flops on. I know we're all seeing the same
With an
thing.
eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse.
Bro, no.
So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
Like, huh?
It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
That'll do
So a
it.
little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through, and these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like, the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel
so
like
this is like a thing they do. Meaning, like, so it's abandoned. This is like a tourist attraction almost. But okay, that kind of sums it up a bit better. Again, unless she went in herself and tried to edit this on Final Cut Pro, no way. It would make sense to see something that eerily specific, considering, like, I'm seeing someone in a white gown and flip-flops. The same that someone might wear in an asylum. So, like, you know, like, I'm getting it, but that's still just so specific.
cold. It's not
dude.
normal. It feels weird. Like, you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies.
So was this the equivalent to like the carnival? Because I love extracurricular activities. There's one, maybe 2 times in my life where I've gone to like an abandoned location. I don't know. I'd be too scary. Let some jump out.
And
It's
there were still
over.
those like metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there, and I'm like, oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still. Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk? Ho ho, no. Cara Messina lives in an old house in New York State that was built in the 1800s and has a very tragic past. In the early to mid 1800s, the house was part of the Underground Railroad, a network for fugitive slaves seeking freedom. Slaves escaping the South were forced to hide under the house to avoid capture by authorities. Because of its dark history, Cara believes that the house might be haunted, and she says that while her family has lived there, they have had, quote, some ghostly activity through the years. So one day, Cara and her daughter are just relaxing around the house, and they start to hear a very strange sound coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch, and it's been dead silent, and all of a sudden I hear Santa. And I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this is my basement.
What is that? A knife? What is she holding? A weapon?
Summer.
No, that's a machete.
The f***?
Yo, what? Is that
Tell
a
me it's in
Chucky
the
doll?
same box as Chucky right now.
Yeah, it's right there.
What?
Yeah, it's in there.
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months,
Right.
and it's off.
Cara's daughter flips through a box,
Like, come on, bro. Like, I just saw that right before
which
my
ironically
eyes.
contains 2 old Chucky dolls, only to find that a Santa figurine has suddenly activated itself and is just talking away, even though the power switch is turned off.
What if the Chucky doll was possessed with a spirit that, since it was so closely next to that device, and that was the only device that could vocally communicate, since it has like internalized speakers, it was trying to communicate through it like a portal. I don't know.
But there's something even weirder here that video viewers noticed after this clip was uploaded. Because, did you hear it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months, and it's off.
What I say?
Just as the
What I say, y'all be thinking I'm joking out here. This do not be a joke. It do not be a joke, bro. You would be surprised to know, not that I have evidence of this, but that would only be the possible, that's the only conclusion I could possibly come up with, personally. This is why I like doing these, because it's like coming up with these comparisons and just puzzle pieces to come up with an excuse as to why things like this are happening. That's the only excuse I got. I'm sorry. If y'all got a better one, please comment. But I think since it was too adjacent to that Chucky doll, if that doll, because you know they can manifest stuff, like you think it communicated with the box? I don't know. I wouldn't be too far off though. I'm sure somebody out there has to believe it.
the Santa doll is picked up and suddenly stops talking, it can be heard seeming to frantically yell, "No, stop!"
Yeah.
So is Cara's basement haunted?
Yeah.
Is the little Santa doll possessed by
think-
some wayward spirit?
I think so.
Or is it all just a very odd coincidence? You decide. Daddy Ghost. One morning, a woman named Cheyenne is taking care of her 2-year-old daughter when the little girl says something very strange.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Oh.
Is where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, show me.
Oh, she on a mission.
Oh,
Your daddy's missing you.
my daddy's missing me?
That's your tail.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In you.
Okay, show me.
Oh, so he moving.
Her daughter seems to be referring to Cheyenne's dad, which is odd because not only has her daughter never met her granddad, but even Cheyenne herself was only just a toddler when her father passed away.
Wow.
So Cheyenne shows her daughter a picture, and the little girl confirms that it's the man she saw in the hallway of their house.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, it looks like that.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah. And Mabel, what does your ghost do?
No.
What did you say he gave you?
Hot.
A heart?
Daddy. Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you can't coach what is this, a 2-year-old? You can't coach a child on something like this. Again, if you want to go the route, I said this in the last video, you cannot go the route of assuming someone's gonna take this specific of actions to stage something like this just to have this result. You know what I mean? Like, what, you just want people to talk about it and that be it? No one's gonna, that's not, like, you know what I mean? So if that child saw something, I have to believe the child. Obviously, children just don't lie from birth. They're coerced into just having that be an excuse or a route they take. But up front, like, yeah, children just don't lie, bro. I actually believe her dad could have been right there. Who knows?
2
bro?
days later,
Who knows?
and it happens again.
What?
Just see me.
Again?
What sees you? The ghost? What are you talking about?
My mom.
I love how she's just like comfortable with it. She's just ready to go.
Oh! The drawer scared me, and you already freaked me out.
Oh, my arm.
Cheyenne says that her daughter still occasionally talks to the entity that the little girl now refers to as, quote, Daddy Ghost. But Cheyenne says that some online comments have scared her a bit.
She calls him Daddy Ghost. She's only had an experience like that 2 or 3 times. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I try to capture it on video. I also had a lot of comments saying that it wasn't like something nice. It was something mean. That freaked me out, so don't say that again. A lot of people were telling me don't communicate with it. I'm not. I'm scared.
Right.
She is,
Right.
and she doesn't understand.
Son.
Tell him, Mabel.
So is Cheyenne's daughter seeing the ghost of her granddad stopping by for a visit? What do you think?
Like, you know, I feel like kids at that age are obviously sponges as well, especially like when they're first starting to communicate. So it's like you could come up with any theory in the world as to why her toddler felt that way, but I don't know. I have no idea about this one.
A grave situation. A young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains. She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
So, I'm recording this
Okay.
just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it in the middle of a freaking cemetery. In my front yard, I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's in that room upstairs. You can really hear her working. Josie? Josie?
She walked up the stairs like that. Just go.
Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled. And when she growled, I kind of like booked it. But I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like,
I wonder what the dog's seeing though. Like, what?
Is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't really know what she's staring
Because
at.
dogs be seeing stuff now, but I don't know what could possibly
This is
be
usually
going
how
on.
she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house, where some of her family members and also several of their deceased pets are all buried together.
Pardon? The family members are there too? I get small pets. Like a goldfish, cute. I get it. That RIP him. Okay. Well, yeah, if all of them are quite literally this close by, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what happens past 8 p.m. Because
recently, the dog Josie has just started staring at the small graveyard.
You know?
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
The horses on the ranch often just stare toward the small cemetery as well.
Oh my gosh, bro. Creepy. All of her animals are going through it.
Seriously, what are you two looking at?
Yo. Oh my god. Hey.
What is it?
But now, weirdest of all, Britt says that lately the neighbor's cows have started to wander over to her property. And they also just weirdly stand around the small graveyard.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell no.
Just come and hang out here all the time.
Bro, the cows are just here on her property, bro. Like, let's actually be for real. What is going on at your house to where not only your dog's freaking out, you got the horses staring off into God knows what, just in the void of the cemetery, and now you got the neighbor's cows coming. Like you can't make this up. You can't make this up.
No. It's a newer development.
Like who died recently? What? Like, give us something. Nukes.
Like, why?
Like, look at there's so many of them.
Come and really breeze around this area, and they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah.
I just don't get it, bro. And they're just here. Oh man, I would not know what this means personally.
What's up?
It's just so funny.
Britt is confused and a little creeped out by all of the animals' strange behavior. But things are about to take an even more terrifying turn.
Oh my god.
One night, Britt orders some food from Uber Eats. The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery.
Right.
And then things just get weird.
The fact that the cows are still there is crazy. No, I would be unsettled too. Like, what are they doing? They're just there, bro. Yo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
This location is outside. No here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're a cow?
I'm scared. There's a cow.
They're actually not mine. They're wasn't showing up.
No.
No. They come hang out around here every night. Yeah. What would you do if this happened in your house?
Yo, I don't get it. This is really just Animal Central.
Hi.
Like, look at that cow. Just
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out.
Do they just feel safe there, or I don't know.
They just like stand. Like. Are you for real right now?
Why would you even leave your door
Something
open?
sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside.
Oh, that'll do it. Hold on. That'll do it. I wouldn't want to see a cat. I wouldn't drink no milk the rest of my life. Hey, cause I'm like, she just froze all of a sudden. I didn't even see the pool. That was so dramatic. Like, oh my gosh.
Hunter or hunted. Nick and Ted from the YouTube channel The Hunting Public are out bow hunting on public lands in the remote wilderness of Missouri. Suddenly they hear something that sends chills down their spines. Now, let me say before I show you these clips, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, no one is shown being hurt in the following video. There's absolutely no evidence that any crime was committed in this video or that anyone was injured in any way.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so, while Nick and Ted are hunting, they hear a gunshot, followed by some insane screaming. They immediately grab their camera and start recording. Now, Nick and Ted are in such a remote area of the Missouri woods that they have no cell service to call the authorities. So, all they can do is listen.
I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that.
Yeah, I don't like this. Gosh. Sound like they shooting fireworks or something.
Not good's going on.
Again, Nick tries to call someone to report the incident, but they still can't find a spot in the woods with cell service.
We ain't got any service in here, so can't call the police and tell them to go over there and see what the heck's going on, but sound like something off a dang horror movie over there. I mean, it sounds like a guy that's absolutely losing his mind over there.
At this point, Nick and Ted are totally freaked out.
I would be too.
They just head back to their truck so that they can get out of there.
Just think about it. Somebody could just be out there. My whole thing of what I was low-key starting to imagine was somebody, I don't know, blowing a fuse and going out to try and shoot some shots to get all their anger out. Maybe they're just insanely just weird and have that urge to get their energy out. And that, I don't know. But like to just be doing what they're doing, like obviously they're geared up. They're specifically out there for a reason, and just hearing somebody just blurt stuff out like that abruptly, yeah, I'd be odd too. I'd be like, who is
there
that?
And call the police.
I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45 we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon. But then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people, obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there, and there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. we didn't know what to do, and we had no service, so we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there.
Days later, Nick and Ted provide an update on what happened after their terrifying encounter in the woods.
Did they go back?
So after that hunt, you can see we alerted proper authorities, and the days following that event, I had some contact with the state game warden, and they told me that they found nothing on this situation, and they went in there, and there was nothing to be found.
Even though Nick and Ted reported the disturbing incident and even provided GPS coordinates to local authorities, nothing was found at the site. There's absolutely no evidence that any kind of horrible event ever took place there.
You know, it freaked us out, and, you know, we really got unsettled by it. We weren't scared that, you know, someone wasn't coming after us, but we had heard something that it could have been. You know, your mind goes to think about what could that be, and, you know, I immediately go to worst case scenario.
I mean, I do too.
So did Nick and Ted just hear someone having a random temper tantrum or a breakdown?
That's what I assume.
Was it just someone freaking out and maybe just shooting guns at a tree stump?
I'ma just assume that. I'ma just assume that to be safe, because you never know.
Or was it something much more disturbing?
Yeah, this one's 50-50, I'm not gonna lie. Because think about it. I don't know, some dude could have just recently gotten a divorce and just went out there to blow some steam. You really don't know. It still obviously is very odd to happen. Like, that's unsettling. I'm not trying to hear that. But, yeah, I don't know.
You decide. For the full-length version of this video, be sure to check out the channel, The Hunting Public. Shadow of a Doubt. Now, I've covered the strange and creepy story of a woman named Rosanna in one of my previous videos. Rosanna lives in France in an apartment that she claims is intensely haunted by some mysterious dark entity.
Ooh,
one night while she is home alone, she starts to hear strange sounds coming from her children's playroom. What she catches on camera is truly chilling.
Oh, she gotta throw some of them toys out. I'm dead serious. This is not funny. No, bro, I'm not gonna have no ball in my house doing all that. Are y'all serious? Oh my gosh. No, she got a poltergeist, bro. Hello? Throw some of those toys out. Y'all sitting up there. It's them individualized Tinker Toys, them objects, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on now. You just walking around like this a museum exhibit. Like this happens just every day. So you pick it up? She don't seem to like. Yeah, I don't know about this. That is weird though. I don't know what was behind her.
Toys in the playroom begin to move on their own, and as Rosanna goes to investigate, she notices something very strange. Did you see it? In the window reflection, the large shadowy figure of a man seems to be standing right behind her.
Yeah, I saw that.
But when she spins around, there's no one there. Rosanna sees the strange shadow behind her again in the reflection, but then the figure just disappears.
I would have darted out that room
Rosanna
so fast.
claims that this dark spirit has haunted her apartment for months, but she just can't afford to move out right now.
Oh.
So is Rosanna being haunted by some evil entity? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I don't know. I feel like she was kind of just, she didn't seem too frantic. Like, yeah, it seemed more like horror movie-esque. Like, oh, the typical, like, let's just follow the trail. Went in the room, objects were moving, and she just, best believe if that happened in here, all these monthly expenses we got going on here, and that's happening here, guess who sprinting, I mean full-fledged darting they ass down to that front desk and immediately talking to the head of who in charge. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to sit up here and just record stuff, right? We not only recording for evidence purposes, but I'm telling on the ghost. I'm telling on whoever just in my shit. I'm telling. I don't care who up in here, bro. You're not gonna do that. And we got all these bills to pay, and there's a lot going on right now. And no, bro. Like, I understand she couldn't afford to pay, but I'm gonna talk to somebody at my I'm gonna talk to somebody. I'm not gonna have stuff spinning and being thrown in my house, and I just gotta sit there and deal with it. I'm gonna make it everybody issue. Like, no, bro, I need to sleep at night.
I'm sorry. To the other side.
Mirror, mirror. A woman who goes by the online name Pixie Paranormal 1 is a psychic medium and paranormal investigator who has had quite a few strange experiences. Some that could be supernatural.
What is this noise? What is this noise?
And she has also experienced some scary incidents that are just a bit too real.
No.
Turn it off. I don't mind hunting ghosts, but it's the humans that worry me. Human beings freak me out.
But recently, Pixie Paranormal 1 had a very chilling experience right in her own home. She heard cracking sounds coming from her mirror, so she grabbed her phone and began to film. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Go up here.
Look at my mirror. My mirror's cracking by itself.
What's happening? Wait.
What?
Wait, stop.
Harry, my mirror is cracking by itself.
It's cracked twice so far. Why is it cracking by itself?
I saw
No fucking
that.
idea.
There's two big.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
Alright, let's just carry on with it. Right, follow me. It's in my ear.
Stay there, don't go near it.
This way. I know. Mum, I know. There's a naughty mirror. Wait. Why is it
The mirror's naughty.
I don't know.
I know.
That's
I
crazy.
I know. Maybe the
I'm trying to just see
naughty
if it moves again.
The woman's mirror begins to break and crack all on its own right before her eyes.
No, I heard all that.
Even weirder, what looks like a strange misshapen face seems to appear in the slowly shattering mirror. So did one of the
I don't really
ghosts
see
from
the face,
Pixie's
though.
Paranormal Investigations follow her home? Or just what do you think is happening here?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did follow it home. I just heard if you just play with Ouija board. Look, again, I'm no professional, and majority of the people who even touch those aren't either. But for those who do classify themselves as professionals or who are legit demonologists or whatever you want to call it, they could go about it, sure. But again, do not be surprised if something in your house, because I'm not touching that. No. Communicate with who? What? No. I'm good.
Gory videos. And now again, we end this video with clips that might seem a bit spooky at first, but nah. Case in point, some Dutch urbex explorers are checking out an abandoned old building, and they find something absolutely terrifying.
Oh my goodness. Hij heeft allemaal... Yo.
Now, honestly, squatters in an abandoned house are much more dangerous than ghosts.
That's what I thought.
Also, did you notice that this guy's friend has on the same jacket as the squatter guy?
Yeah.
Truly bizarre.
Right. Unless he told his friend to stay there and they added the frames together, the SWAT, because I see that TikTok clip. Or that's kind of a trick on TikTok. It might be staged. I'm assuming it is staged.
And next up, a woman is chilled to her core as she wakes up to strange activity. Some unseen force seems to open and close the drawers in her bedroom.
These the stuffs I don't be knowing about. Because again, unless you just want to be weird and put some string, some fishing line on there, I'm just not going to be calmly recording my dressers play musical chairs. I'm just good on that.
But, and it's just her cat stuck inside her wardrobe chest. Look,
good old
Nukes.
Nukes. Because listen, no, we launching that dresser off the balcony or something. Well, I can't do that. That's crazy. But I'm getting rid of it. No. I'm not, no.
And finally, Pedro sees a very strange shadow of what seems to be a person who is just not there.
It's gotta be like a statue or something, no? Oh, is it not? Is that the fixture of the chairs or something? Yeah. That's crazy.
Qué creepy.
I get
And
it.
then Pedro
Yeah.
realizes that he just has weirdly designed chairs.
That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, please, if you want to be awesome.
Hey.
And hopefully, I'll see you back here next time.
Shout out to Nukes, man. All right, you guys. That was Nukes top 5. We haven't watched Nukes in a while. They upload kind of randomly too. So like if we catch one of y'all want me to check it out, I don't mind doing so. Again, if you saw anything that I didn't see, whether you thought it was real or not, make sure to comment down below. I love open discussion on these weird internet videos. And that's gonna be it today. And until my next video, I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.